You're listening to the Worst of the Worst podcast. I'm Matt, and with me as always is Matty.
What's happening?
And John.
Hey, so this week we're talking about the worst holidays, am I right?
That's correct. Are we talking like Hallmark holidays, or are we talking beach
What's
vacation?
a Hallmark holiday?
Like holidays that are commercialized.
Holidays that have cards.
Yeah, holidays that have cards.
Yeah, I believe we are, yeah.
What holiday doesn't have, like, it's like Thanksgiving wouldn't count.
Yeah, and probably
Oh,
like
yeah, so
President's
we-
Day. No one's giving cards to your parents
I
on
mean, no
President's
one's
Day.
chosen Thanksgiving, but we could have.
I mean, Thanksgiving does fucking suck, so.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you don't have nothing to be thankful for on that island, huh?
That cold, wet island.
No, we haven't got any, indigenous populations that we've exterminated and feel the need to celebrate.
This is what we're thankful for. We're thankful that all this land is ours.
We're thankful that we took all of this.
This is ours now. Thank you.
We don't have a lot of holidays in the UK. I think we have less than most other
A dour, aggressive
countries.
people, you know?
That's what makes us so angry.
There's no
We don't have enough days off. That was in Jeremy Corbyn's manifesto. Give us more public holidays. Like, we don't have enough days off.
We don't in America either. I support that.
Is there a person who you'd want to commemorate by giving everyone in the world a day off? Who'd be the most appropriate person?
Nelson Mandela Day.
Nelson Mandela. Everyone in the world gets a day off.
Yeah.
I could get behind that.
Yeah.
Why Nelson Mandela?
Because he's about freedom. You not like freedom?
Anyone can get thrown in jail and get taken out of jail.
Are you slandering Nelson Mandela?
You can throw me in jail and take me out of jail, and then I'm Nelson Mandela, right?
No, there's extra steps involved, John. That's
Yeah, but you're not a good boxer.
You're not a good boxer, and your voice is nowhere near sexy.
Yeah, and your voice is not.
Morgan Freeman would not convincingly play me in a movie. That would be a ridiculous, casting choice.
Yeah. What do you think Americans would get behind? Like, we're going to have a day off the day that such and such died or was born or whatever.
You couldn't make it too political these days.
Yeah. JFK, no.
You couldn't be. I would think it'd have to be like George Washington, but even then he was a slave owner, so like.
Yeah, so that'd cause
that would
a bit of a ruckus.
Look, all these founding fathers were like saying all this shit about how men are equal.
Yeah.
While they are all raping their slaves, so like it is, you do gotta like reckon with that tension.
What about a Betty White Day or Bob Ross Day? Like someone that was just pure.
Bob Ross is the painter fella.
Yeah, Bob Ross is painter fella.
Bob Ross Day, everyone gets the day off and we paint and get wasted.
You don't have to paint though, because then it becomes like an order. I don't think. Would Bob Ross want that?
Like paint supplies would be like half off or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems.
Or you're encouraged to do something creative. What would Bob Ross do?
So the paint shops not get a day off.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Is that what Bob Ross would say?
Bob Ross would say, "Go get your supplies beforehand."
The day before, yeah.
The day before.
Maybe like the week leading up to Bob Ross Day.
Yeah.
There'd be a boom in
Bob
paint
Ross
sales.
week, and then the last day of the week is Bob Ross Day.
Wow. Trying to think. It would have to be someone who died young and tragically.
Who does everyone love?
Diana Day.
No, there's too many people who aren't royalists though. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck about Diana Day.
Stephen King Day. Not Stephen King, Stephen Hawking Day.
Stephen Hawking Day. It would be mean if you couldn't get behind Stephen Hawking. That's a good one.
I think like a Mr. Rogers or
Mr. Rogers.
He had a children's program called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and it's just like super wholesome. Super wholesome.
Can't trust anyone that's around children too often though.
That's a good point.
You can't.
No.
Should we get into the worst holiday?
Let's get into it. Why don't you tell us what the worst Hallmark holiday is?
Worst holiday is Christmas.
Oh god.
Christmas.
So Christmas is a shit holiday. Do you like Christmas?
I used to fucking love it, dude. It's the best day of the year.
Yeah?
You get to eat turkey with your family. You get gifts.
Turkey is a Christmas thing where you guys
Turkey
are from?
and gammon.
Yeah.
So like, if you're poor, it's a chicken.
What was it for you?
Turkey, dude. I was middle class.
Matt's a fucking cheese boy.
The South African listeners will love that. Thank you.
What's a cheese boy? Someone with money.
So no, a cheese boy in South Africa it's like an insult to call someone rich on the playground. It's like, you have so much money that you can afford to have cheese in the fridge. So
That's an insult. You can afford cheese.
So us cheese boys have turkey.
Cheese boys like me.
Cheese boys like me. We had turkey at Christmas.
Yeah,
what do you guys eat at Christmas?
There's no, at least in my family, there's no like set traditional. We've done like tamales before.
Oh, fucking trust you. He's a cheese boy. With no set traditional Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
1 year we had Japanese.
Yeah.
This year we might have Mediterranean.
We might, fuck. We can do whatever the fuck we want. No, man, Christmas is great.
Yeah.
No,
Christmas.
Well, it isn't actually. So Christmas is a stupid holiday. The origins of it is stupid, and we shouldn't even really be celebrating it.
Oof. Okay.
Well, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's supposed to be a Christian holiday, and it's not a Christian holiday. It's got nothing to do with Christianity.
How so?
Yeah. There's a baby born in a barn or something.
That's what they say. They say it's to do with Jesus' birth. Nothing in the Bible says that we should celebrate Jesus' birth.
Do they have to tell you to drink water and like take a shit in the morning? No, it's what you do.
Matty says he hates taking orders, but clearly he needs them.
Yeah, but what the holidays that should be celebrated, if you're part of that religion, should be the ones that it like.
Is there a list of holidays
like
in the Bible?
I think it talks about Passover. I don't think we celebrate that anymore.
Well, the Jews do.
Yeah,
the Jews do. Well,
right.
Thankfully, someone's looking at the scripture because the Christians aren't clearly. Yeah. So Romans and pagans both had holidays around Christmas time, right? So the pagans had the winter solstice, which lasted, I'm not sure how long, but I think that went on for a few weeks or something. And a few of the practices that they did in that have survived into Christmas. So they used to light candles to keep away the darkness because it's fucking dark in December, obviously.
Makes sense. Checks out.
And the Romans also, on the 25th of December, celebrated the birth of the sun god, Mithra.
Sorry. And what day of December?
25th of December. 25th of December, they celebrated the birth of the sun god. And they had other festivals going on in December as well. So when the Romans converted to Christianity, the 25th of December was just kind of a convenient date to celebrate the birth of a god, of Christ. You know what I mean? So they adopted that. And then when spreading it into like pagan countries, I think basically they just kind of adapted and converted the winter. Yeah, they co-opted it exactly, yeah. So it has no place in the Bible. In fact, a proper Christian wouldn't celebrate Christmas. It's blasphemous for Christians to celebrate Christmas.
Wow, that's a hot take.
Yeah, well, the Puritans abolished it because they were pure.
Okay.
It had no place in the Bible, so they got rid of it. 1659, they knew what they were doing.
You're saying we shouldn't celebrate the birth of baby Jesus?
Well, he wasn't born on the 25th of December. It's stupid.
We don't know.
We don't know. We have no idea when he was born.
We shouldn't celebrate it ever.
What if you're a baby orphan that was abandoned in a dumpster and you don't know when your birthday is? You just never have a birthday.
You never get a birthday,
You never get a birthday. It's like, I don't know when I was
Sorry,
born.
kid, we don't know when it is.
Sorry, bud.
That sucks.
You don't have a birthday.
Yeah, I suppose so.
No birthday for you.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus has got enough going for him. He doesn't need that. You know what I mean?
What else does he have going for him? He was persecuted.
Disciples.
Okay, 12 of them.
Disciples.
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene. Seemed like a fairly smart fella. He had a lot going for him.
Things didn't work out so well for him, though. He didn't.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a happy ending there, was there?
No, not a happy ending.
No. But he's coming back, though, isn't he? There's more to come. That story's not over.
The return of Christ.
That story's not over.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
So, I think it shouldn't be considered a Christian holiday.
But so it's an arbitrary holiday. But again,
yeah, it is an arbitrary holiday.
All holidays are kind of arbitrary, right? It's not like we just determine a day to represent something.
They are. I would agree. But it's also a bad holiday for a lot of reasons.
Oh yeah.
So Christmas is bad for the environment.
Is it because they're cutting down trees and shit?
So get on this: 50,000 trees are chopped down just for wrapping paper. Just for the stupid practice of wrapping paper. Like, what's the fucking point in that? Just give them a gift.
Yeah.
50,000 trees, not worth it. Apparently, excess waste goes up by around 25 to 30%.
That's a
during
lot.
Christmas.
A lot of.
In the UK alone, we throw away 2 million turkeys, 5 million Christmas puddings, and wait for this one, 74 million mince pies.
I understand why they're throwing it away though, because Christmas pudding and mince pies are shit.
Why do you guys keep making mince pies?
Yeah, if no one's eating them.
Look, I mean, you make a lot of mince pies. That statistic shocked me at first. But then I'm like, okay, I think there's around 75 million people in the UK. So that's one mince pie a person wasted.
Doesn't eat it.
But you do make a lot of mince pies at Christmas. They're not big. So the idea that for each person on average we're wasting one mince pie, I can believe it, you know.
I mean, what English food should you not throw away?
They make good fish and chips.
That's true, they do.
Yeah.
But you can batter anything and put it on French fries. That's hardly something to write home about. Anyone could do that.
On top of that, there's a lot of shit things associated with Christmas. So Christmas films are shit.
No, they are not mostly.
What about
you like Marvel and stuff? You don't have taste.
What about Die Hard?
Die Hard, best Christmas film.
Never seen it.
Elf with
Elf's alright.
Elf's a good one.
Elf's alright.
Home Alone. Home Alone.
Home Alone, a bit overrated.
No.
How many more good films do you think we'd have if the energy and money and time that went into making Christmas films just went into making other films?
They make people happy, bro. It's
Do
like
they?
it's a reason. It's a reason for people to gather around Christmas Eve, have a family evening, watching a wholesome Christmas movie.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas is one of the best books and films of all time.
You're sounding a bit like a Grinch yourself right now.
So that's another bad thing about Christmas is that if you don't like Christmas, you get labelled a Grinch and you're some kind of bad person. But Christmas is shit.
Yeah.
All right, Christmas is a stressful time for a lot of people. There's major demands to buy gifts for kids to have fun. Who, by the way, what group in society has the most fun anyway? Kids.
Yeah.
I do like that Christmas is a multi-week event, at least in the States.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Halloween is the only thing stopping Christmas
From
like,
taking over from
starting.
July.
From starting right after 4th of July. Like, that's not an exaggeration.
So it starts too early as well, and all the excessive consumerism that comes with it, putting financial pressure on people.
You have me on excessive consumerism. You got me on that one. Yeah. But just watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas, man, and you'll change your tune. Okay?
People think that Christmas is good for the economy.
Yeah, isn't it?
So, according to the Wall Street Journal, 2 out of 3 economists they surveyed said Christmas is bad for the economy.
Is it like an overstimulation in a short period of time or what?
So there was a little bit of that, which I don't fully understand. But it was also basically they were making the point that if it wasn't for the demands of Christmas, people would probably spend their money more evenly across the year than this build up towards the end. And then a lot of shops will be in the red all year. And then all of a sudden there's this demand which comes at Christmas and they're slashing prices. They're taking on extra staff just to cope with it. And then that's gone and it's over.
And then they gotta retract again.
Their theory is that it would probably be better off if that was taken away and we just spent this throughout the year.
Everyone knows the Wall Street Journal is a liberal rag, though.
Oh yeah, I bet you the right-wing press love Christmas, don't
let's
they?
get some capitalists who to talk about it instead of
The capitalists don't love it. The Tories love it. The traditionalists love it because they don't understand reality.
Foundations of Western civilization, bro. You can't just.
They don't understand reality. 1/3 of gifts are unwanted. Billions of dollars of money being spent on pointless shit when people could either be spending that money on themselves or allowing that person to buy something they actually fucking want.
You're making some good points. I personally am not. My family we're not big gift givers.
Electricity bills go up at Christmas.
How? Why?
Because of all these stupid lights
Christmas
that we don't
lights
need.
are cool though. Christmas
They
lights
are cool.
Are they cool? Are they cool?
They add atmosphere. They add ambience to a street that was previously
Yeah,
shit.
man. Some people
I'm not sure about that.
Some people don't like living in a cold, dark, damp place.
So why not get better lights and use them across the year than getting a stupid excessive amount of lights?
You just don't have the right holiday. You're just not doing it right, bro.
Yeah.
You're just not doing it right. Santa's everywhere. The lights are flashing. It's festive. Matt's bringing out a Christmas tree right here. Why was that? Why
have you only just put that?
Yeah, that should have been there from the very beginning.
I don't think.
Clearly. God.
Yeah. No, man.
Foresight is not one of my strengths.
Your family's just doing it wrong, bro. You got to just lean into it. Get a ton of excess shit you don't need.
You're all doing it wrong. You're all doing it wrong.
Just go hard on
By
it, bro.
celebrating this pagan shit. Are you pagans?
Go hard on it.
Are you pagans?
I don't fully understand what the word means. I could be.
You fucking could be.
I could be.
You could be. Stupid Celt.
Is that how it's said?
A Celt?
Yeah, it's a Celt.
What did you think it was a Celt?
Yeah, I did. I did.
That is the most pompous laugh of it. Oh, you rube.
You fucking idiot.
I can't help it if I'm shocked by it. I can't help it if I'm shocked.
All right. By next Christmas, I will personally buy you like 10 Santas. You put them around in inconvenient
I don't
places.
want you to. I don't want you to spend that.
That's Christmas though.
ridiculous
The point
money.
of Christmas is people buy you shit you don't want, and
It
then
is.
you gotta.
That's so
then
stupid.
you gotta act like you're
That's
grateful.
so stupid. And then you gotta act like you're grateful as well.
It's the spreading of love and joy, dude. And you're sounding very anti-love and joy right
Yeah.
now. You sound like a miserable old Scrooge McFuck.
I'm not a Scrooge. I don't need a holiday to make me spread love. I don't need to be forced to spread love.
I think you gotta ask yourself then why does Christmas take over everywhere, right? Like we live in a country that there are plenty of Catholics in Vietnam, but it's not like it's
not the majority.
It's not, but not by a long shot.
More, it lends itself to consumerism way better than the other holidays. Like the practice of gift giving.
Sure.
Like, okay, Easter eggs, we buy them. Valentine's Day, you might buy a gift for your partner, but Christmas more than anything just drives this unrealistic demand to buy goods. And it's stressful for people. If you've got kids and you don't have a lot of money, Christmas is a really hard time.
I think suicides go up during Christmas.
Yeah, because it's this big family holiday. So for lonely people,
Yeah.
you can imagine Christmas must be fucking shit if you got no one to spend it with.
Every Christmas, we watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm not even joking.
See, I think of you as like normally being a smart guy, and look at what Christmas does to you.
It's
Like
so
it
good.
degrades people.
The one time I allow joy into my life,
You know, I respect you somewhat.
Somewhat.
You know, and then all of a sudden Christmas comes around and you act like fucking stupid children.
Bro,
Yeah, let's all watch The Grinch and put Christmas trees up.
That sounds fantastic, wonderful, wholesome. Some of us don't have hearts made of fucking cold rock.
we are watching How the
Oh.
Grinch Stole Christmas. The original 60s version
I
this
don't-
Christmas.
No, Jim Carrey.
I don't need a holiday
We can do both.
to make me be wholesome, Matt. I'm a wholesome man anyway.
Yeah, clearly, the man that's
Yeah.
hating on the best holiday of the
I'm
year.
festive all year.
You look at it.
I'm festive all year.
I think I might actually have a Christmas hat we should put on you right now.
Matt, what? You got this out. Wait, man, you spend all this time setting up. That's a huge improvement.
For anyone that's listening, we've just put a Christmas hat on Matty, and he's still got the sour expression on his face, but he looks...
It's better. It's an improvement.
It's an improvement.
It's juvenile. Christmas is poisonous, poisoning our society, poisoning the environment. It's taking money out of hard-working people's pockets and making them spend it on stupid shit, like
Like their
impractical
families?
shit.
Yeah, like their families.
Yeah.
Their families' joy and happiness.
Yeah. 1/3 of gifts, people don't even want them.
Dude.
And how much hard-earned money is being put into that?
You don't need
It's
to buy
stupid.
your children a PS5 every Christmas. Like, you can just...
What if your kid is in school and he's coming home and all the other kids, you know, they're going to get shit? Do you want to have the poor kid in school? Do you want to be that dad?
No, I'll raise my kid to fucking value other shit.
You say that.
Yeah.
Easy to say when you don't have a kid, though, innit?
Like, son, be like me. I don't care about what people think of me.
Yeah, look at me, son. I did okay.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing
Yeah.
fine.
Don't you want to be like your old man?
Yeah, while you're dishing crumbs out of your belly button.
That is really easy to picture. It's really easy to picture, actually.
Too easy.
It's too easy. There's no
Too
imagination
easy.
involved there.
Christmas is an awful holiday.
At least families get together.
Yeah, at least people are happy.
Yeah.
Look, families can get together any time of the year.
Not always.
And
Yeah, not always, man. Some of us don't have that luxury.
I bet you if we took away the whole celebration of Christmas, we would spread those days more evenly across the year. Have
You're
more
just persecuting
opportunities.
Christians, bro. You just don't like Christians.
Christians are persecuting themselves by following a pagan practice, blasphemous. If you're a Christian who celebrates Christmas, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're a pagan. You're a pagan in disguise.
I like it. Okay, throw in your own truth bomb. So Matty hates Christians.
I don't hate Christians. I
And
I
Jesus.
wish they'd have a.
You just think they're stupid. You just think they're stupid.
I think they're not paying attention to like their job. It takes the shine off other more worthy holidays.
Like?
Valentine's Day, Halloween.
Oh, yeah, Valentine's Day. That's a good one.
Fantastic holidays.
Valentine's Day is a great one. Yeah, Valentine's is a fucking great one. You know, talk about meaningless consumption and unmet expectations. Sure.
I mean, if that's your argument, then Christmas is going to win all day long if we're talking about meaningless consumption.
It's way worse than that, bro. It's way worse than that.
So you're going to tell us that Valentine's Day is the worst
Valentine's
holiday?
Day is the worst. Yeah, because at least in Christmas.
Can I take this hat off now?
Okay, if you fine, if you want to give it to me, I'll wear it because I believe in joy.
Joyous John over here.
Look, Valentine's Day is way worse because Valentine's Day makes everybody feel bad. Everybody feel bad.
Does it?
Yeah. Look. Okay.
Does it make you feel bad?
I don't want to agree with him, but I fucking hate Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck off, Matt.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Valentine's Day makes single people feel bad.
That's not our fault, though.
That's Valentine's Day's fault. I'm not blaming people. I'm not blaming couples. I'm blaming Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Okay. It gives lots of people unreasonable expectations. I'm not going to gender it because I think
What's unreasonable?
the idea that love is about big displays of romantic. I don't understand romance in general. I just don't get it. Like, what's the fucking? I don't get it. You know what I mean? A candle at dinner. How does that turn you on? I don't understand.
Ambiance.
You know what I mean?
It's the effort, John.
Okay, yeah, effort does turn women on. That's true. But I just don't understand when people say, "Oh, that's romantic." What is that? What does that actually mean?
It's a gesture.
Are you saying romance is dead?
I'm saying I might have minor Asperger's and I don't get it. I don't get it. That's a spectrum of human emotion that escapes me completely. And
So what the dates go like for you then?
I normally tell the girl that I'm seeing when I first start, like right away. I tell them a few things. One, I say, I'm never having kids. I'm never going back to the States. And if you want something, you need to tell me explicitly because I will get it wrong.
This is like 5 minutes into
5
the date.
minutes in. Hi.
You just sit
Yeah.
down. The waiter comes over, like, do you want your menus? John's like, in a minute.
Yeah.
Just hang on.
I just gotta get through
I
this
want
first.
the menu, but you know what I don't want? Kids. You got to be upfront about these things. But Valentine's Day is a way of warping everyone's expectations, right? People have, and I don't want to say it's mostly women because that's not fair, but people have unfair expectations of what love and romance should look like. And then when it's inevitably not met because they're ridiculous expectations that have been generated to make money by certain companies, then everyone loses. Single people feel bad. Couples feel bad because they haven't done it right or whatever, right? My boyfriend didn't get me the, I don't know, whatever fucking stupid thing that I thought that I wanted and didn't tell him about. He didn't know that I hinted at this thing like 5 times and he didn't get it for me. And then the guy feels stupid because he's failed at being a boyfriend. And that's very gendered. I understand. It's not always, it can work both ways.
Sounds like you're projecting.
Yeah, look, John, I know this is a bit of a common theme with this podcast, but it seems to be personal again.
What a surprise. What a surprise. I didn't see it going down this road.
The one single guy in the room is taking on Valentine's Day.
Because I'm the only one who has to put in effort anymore. You guys have your women beaten down. You got them exactly where you want them, and that's fine. Power to you.
Yeah.
That's great. You know, we can't all be so lucky to have women with such low expectations in our lives. I'm still looking for mine, And she's not going to like Valentine's Day. That's the one thing. So if we want to go on, besides these expectations, and then back to makes everybody feel bad, no matter...
Single people.
Not just single people who get disappointed because their boyfriend didn't read their minds or whatever, right? And that's never happened to me before. But,
No, of course
to be clear. It's a fucking made up, it's a completely made up holiday.
What are the origins of Valentine's Day?
At least Christmas is like an amalgamation of different holidays, right?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day seems to literally be fucking made the fuck up. Just like, I don't know.
When? How? What happened?
The Romans had what was called Lupercalia, and it was observed from the 13th to the 15th of February. Celebrated 2 pagan gods, but it's mostly a health thing. Like they were the pagan gods of love, marriage, and fertility. But fertility was a much more important one. Like ancient Romans don't give a fuck about love, right? About procreation and health. What they think is that if it was connected to romance, like only like obliquely through fertility.
It was more fertility, yeah.
But mostly health, right? Fertility was just another aspect of health.
Right. How did the Romans celebrate it?
We don't really know that much about it.
Oh, jeez.
We don't.
I mean, it would make sense.
We really don't know that much about it. But Chaucer in the Canterbury Tales, those Canterbury Tales?
What date's this?
1382. He wrote about the Parliament of Fowls, and it was supposedly the day that birds paired off. And I guess it was a time of the year in England where that did happen. Like birds started to mate, and there was a lot of spring, songs in the air, and it just kind of took off from there
because it was mating season for birds.
That's what Chaucer was the first one to like make that connection.
It's beautiful.
Valentine was a saint. There are saints' days.
Yeah.
Even in Malta, they still will celebrate it. I think in one town in Malta, but it's a random ass Catholic saint. You know what I mean? Like he's not special as far as saints go. But so this connection to love is just completely like comes out of nowhere, and it's just used to sell products, right?
Do you know at what point we like roughly started was celebrating Valentine's Day?
I believe it was when they started mass producing enough stuff to make people.
So it's fairly recently.
Fairly recent. I mean, 200 years ago they talked about it, but it wasn't like I imagine it's similar to how they talked about Christmas. Like it wasn't as horrifically commercialized, but it's a holiday with no roots, fewer roots than Christmas.
Well, Christmas has roots, but Christmas has been wrongfully co-opted into the Christian faith. It's not a Christian holiday. At least Valentine's Day hasn't been adopted by a religion.
Because it came out of nowhere. Because it's got no real origins.
Yeah, but that's better because at least we know Valentine's Day isn't special or holy. We know it's just a holiday about what it's
transparently commercial.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it better if a holiday is transparently about drinking and having a fun time?
I would get behind that if we were on the 25th of December.
Let's get pissed.
Yeah, we get pissed, eat nice food, and give each other gifts, but don't go crazy.
I want my holidays to be mindless fun. I don't want any of the excess trappings and bullshit. We know I chose Valentine's Day, but I could have chose St. Patty's Day or Cinco de Mayo or all these other holidays that is basically just about drinking and buying shit. And we just need to have some sort of reason to do those things.
Isn't there something beautiful in Valentine's Day knowing that so many people are getting laid on the same day?
But
It's great.
why can't we just spread love every day? Why does it have to be about this commercialized, bullshit?
Because it forces you to be thoughtful.
And some of us need a push sometimes.
Some of us need the push.
Valentine's Day, much like Halloween, is just a test that I'm designed to fail. You know what I mean?
What's okay? I get so Valentine's Day. The test is to like what fulfill your partner's expectations of you.
Of romance.
What is it on Halloween?
You gotta get a good costume. You can't just be a sexy cat for the 5th year in a row.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, you pull it off way better than I do. At least Halloween is fun. Like, I suck at Halloween, but I know that's a personal. I suck at it. Valentine's Day just sucks.
I don't know. I don't see a problem with love.
I don't see any problems with love. I think you hate love.
I don't understand love. I think love is really just a biological urge to reproduce. We've made something more important than it actually is.
Probably.
I would love to pull the whole world that celebrates Valentine's Day, and at the end of Valentine's Day, were your expectations met? I bet you it would be a very low number of people. You know what I mean? Unless their expectations were like, be miserable.
If you could change something about Valentine's Day, but not get rid of it, what would you change to improve it?
I think it would be less about romantic love and more about just like love in general.
So you could get a Valentine's Day card for your friend, for your mum.
It would be much less about like you and your significant other, and much more about like just the people you love in your life. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be necessarily your special romantic partner. That person would also get something, right? Because they're just one of the many people, hopefully, that you love in your life. And that's how you would do it.
If it's just about giving a card to everyone you love.
There'd be no cards. I don't think cards are fucking stupid.
Okay.
And you know what? This brings up another point which you didn't talk about. Christmas cards are fucking stupid. Do you do Christmas cards in the UK?
Do you know what? I didn't talk about Christmas cards. Christmas cards are fucking stupid.
Cards are just anything with cards is stupid, right? Holidays that involve cards, that's a knock on them for sure. Definitely a strike against them. Valentine's Day, like it would be not even giving gifts, or just acts of appreciation. I think would be
like a hug,
like a hug. Man.
It's like a hug.
That's what. Come on, that's all we want. That's all we want. Just a hug. I mean, a blowjob would be nice too, but a hug. I'll take a hug.
I'll take a hug.
We probably should have done this at the start, but if you could make a holiday, what you do? Because like,
that's a good question.
give everyone a hug day. You know, what a good holiday. Just like call it National Hug Day or something.
National Hug Day.
I think too many sexual offenders would take advantage of it.
Oh yeah.
But you'd have to.
You'd have to set boundaries on the hug, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but then when you're setting rules for a holiday about happiness, then it just becomes boring.
There should be some kind of day where you can unironically express affection, whether it's romantic or otherwise.
It's called Valentine's Day,
and it's magical,
and it's wonderful.
It's all about romance at Valentine's Day, right? It's like hearts and shit, right? And like Cupid and like all that.
Love all that.
Yeah. I know. Matty gets real into Valentine's Day.
I saw an episode of The Simpsons, an old episode, where the kids give each other Valentines, like boys giving boys.
You haven't seen
is that what happens in
in elementary school?
Yeah.
You would like have to give. You would like buy a pack of cards or whatever, right? Or like generic ass like little cards or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to write like from John to whatever, and it'd be everybody in the class. And then you'd exchange it, right? So that way no one gets left out.
Oh god, that sounds awful.
It is awful. It's fucking stupid. But that's the only way you can do it, because by its very nature, Valentine's Day is exclusionary and makes people feel bad. So the only way to make it inclusive is to make it meaningless, right?
Why does every holiday have to include everyone?
That's a great question. Why?
National over 6 foot tall day, and then all the tall people just get to have a fun day celebrating. And
yeah, that sounds fantastic.
That's everyone. A great argument, actually.
But like it's like Mother's Day, dads don't celebrate it.
But they get their own day.
What about Men's Day? We don't get a Men's Day.
Every day is Men's Day.
Every day is Men's Day, bro. Every day is Men's Day.
Yeah. No, that's Matty. That's an argument I wish I had made. If they had a 6 foot tall day, for men who are already 6 foot tall, like they don't need it.
Every day is 6 foot tall day, innit?
If you're already in a committed relationship, why do you need to celebrate it on a special day? Like you're already winning. It's like a rich person's day. You know what I mean? Give the rich white dude in your life a gift to show him how much you appreciate him being rich and white. Like what? Why? You're already winning. Like what the fuck?
But then if we started celebrating like National Person Day, would that not just rub salt in the wounds?
Singles Awareness Day? I've heard it called Singles Awareness Day.
Is that like a politically correct Valentine's Day?
I mean, they have Galentine's Day where like girls get together and just like,
So it's single lonely people's day.
Yeah. So it's stupid. It's a fucking stupid ass holiday, man. It doesn't make anybody feel good.
I believe in romance.
I believe in a thing called love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your worst holiday, Matt?
So unlike your holidays, which John, yours is about love and romance and gesture, and yours
meaningless
is about
things, meaningless buzzwords.
Define any of those words that you just said.
Use them in a sentence. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Go do your own research. I'm not a dictionary. Your one is about love and romance and good things. And yours is about family and giving gifts and the gesture of like wholesomeness and family.
And Jesus.
And Jesus.
It's not, but
Our
continue.
homeboy Jesus. Your holidays have meanings. The worst holiday is Halloween. It is meaningless. What are you celebrating? Not you two in particular. Like what are you celebrating? What are you celebrating? What
Do we
is
have to celebrate something? Can't
Joy.
we just have fun?
Just fun.
But what's the meaning of it? Like why are we celebrating it? Why? What is the purpose? Like what?
I think
what
that
are
makes
you...
it better, doesn't
Look
it?
at the joy on a little kid's face.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a
And-
kid's fucking
and
holiday.
Be like, you don't know what you're celebrating.
Yeah.
Why are you
Yeah.
enjoying it?
What's the
Yeah.
meaning behind this celebration?
Yeah, there should be a meaning. Like you teach kids Christmas is about baby Jesus, and you teach kids Valentine's about that love. You teach kids Halloween's about getting diabetes.
Yeah.
And knocking on strangers'
So
doors.
what you're saying is it's better to lie to kids than allow them to have meaningless fun.
It's better to teach them that there should be meaning behind things and not just fucking
Fun needs to have meaning. Fun needs to be.
fun should have meaning.
So if this isn't rooted in something, then don't have fun. Don't
Don't
smile. What's the meaning behind that smile?
Yeah, there should be a meaning.
Okay. All right, Matt.
Otherwise, it's just dumb.
Okay. All right. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When you were in school,
Yeah.
you had to wear a uniform, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was your uniform like khaki shorts, big boots, big hiking boots?
Not the boots, but the shorts. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
I imagine you all just like look like Indiana Jones.
A lot like.
Is that how you picture South
That's how I
Africa?
picture South African school. Yeah.
And that policy existed during Halloween, right? That was not relaxed over Halloween.
No.
See, if you got to be in high school and watched like Halloween is, I can't speak for other countries, but Halloween is the one day in America where it is completely okay for a woman to be as slutty as she wants to be. And you cannot as a feminist say anything about it. I remember there was a girl in high school. I don't know how she got away with it. It was like fucking lingerie. Like it had bells on it. It was when you're 14, you're like, oh my God, this is the best holiday in the whole fucking world. Like, what could be better than this?
So then maybe we should normalize society that we can just be whoever we want whenever. Why should we have to conform on a day that has
Halloween
no
already is that day.
Are you attacking society or Halloween?
Yeah.
Both.
You know what I mean?
Why can't I attack two things?
Halloween's the one day you get to be as slutty and weird as you want to be.
So why can't we be slutty and weird any other day?
Because it makes baby Jesus cry.
Yeah.
And now you suddenly care about baby Jesus.
That's why I'm attacking Christmas. Because I care.
You're such a Samaritan.
Halloween is also the one day where it allows people to just not take themselves so seriously.
But then, so
What do you mean?
why are we always taking ourselves so seriously? Why do we have to wait until the...
So your problem with Halloween is that the world should be more like Halloween every day. The world is not enough like Halloween.
We don't have enough Halloween. Is that what you're saying?
that's
You know what? Maybe it fucking is. I haven't even figured out my argument yet, but we'll see when we get there. Maybe it is. Thank you. I needed a point.
Halloween's too good. It should be every day.
It's a children's holiday. You know who dresses up like superheroes and princesses? Children. If you're 30 and dressing like Elsa from Frozen, grow the fuck up.
Why? It says who?
Hey
Says who?
man, I feel personally attacked. Okay, I feel personally attacked with that.
Your
statement.
Elsa costume last year was shit.
You mentioned that
Yeah, but John, no, our issue is that you're only supposed to wear it on Halloween.
if the dress had been tailored to the specifications that I had asked for, it would have fit great. Okay,
He's right there.
I'm just saying. Okay, you made it a little too baggy along the bust. It's not my fault. I didn't make the dress myself.
I thought you looked good.
Thank you. I felt good.
Did you enjoy Halloween as a kid?
Maybe that's why I'm so sour on it, because we never really had Halloween in
Yeah.
South Africa, because it's too
Why?
dangerous to walk in the streets as a little white child. You can't do that
I don't know
shit.
why I'm laughing. That's terrible.
I mean, I personally am not a huge Halloween fan because, like I said, it's a test I have to pass.
So yeah, that was going to be my next argument. There's too much pressure for people to perform.
Yeah.
If you don't dress up, you're an arsehole.
Right.
But if you do dress up and you don't do a good job, you've put in no effort.
Right.
But isn't it always fun when you do it? Don't you always do it and you think, you know what, that was a good laugh. That was worth it.
Dude, you shut the fuck up. No, I used to work with him at a school where we're teachers. We're expected to dress up. And Matty came to school dressed in a fucking grey t-shirt and jeans, and he bought a mask that he didn't even put on. He just carried it around in his...
Matt pulled out all the stops.
Yeah, you see,
And
I
he's
pulled out also
pretending he hates
because
it. Why do you put so much effort and energy into things you don't like?
maybe I like them. I'm open-minded. I will try new things. You're the one who literally carried a mask around school all day by not putting it on.
That's
You're
my
just
approach to Halloween. I'm a laid-back guy. You should take a leaf out of my book, just...
grey t-shirt and jeans. I'm just saying you can't sit here and pretend to like dressing up, because I've seen you not.
I went to Grim Reaper once.
You threw a black sheet over your grey shirt.
I
and
looked
jeans.
all right. I used to love trick-or-treating when I was a kid.
That's
was
fun.
You
That's
got
fun.
loads of sweets. Who doesn't like sweets?
Yeah, for kids, it's a great kids holiday.
It's a holiday for kids.
It's a pretty good adults holiday too if you want to celebrate it. You know.
Yeah, why not?
And if you want to stay home, you can. You know, because you're an adult, you can choose to.
Good for you.
Yeah, and then it's good for everybody, right? Kids like
Yeah,
it.
It is.
If you want to go out and get dressed up, you can.
I used to go trick-or-treating with my older brother, right? This is a really early memory.
How old do you think you were?
I think I could have even been like 6 because my
Okay.
brother was a kid.
Right.
And we went trick-or-treating and knocked on the door, trick-or-treat. And this woman who spoke in an accent, I can't place where, because I was such a young kid, but I knew she was foreign.
Gross. And your parents weren't there to like take you away and be like, oh, we don't.
You see, this is the dangerous part. Kids going to random people's houses. It's not safe, man. It's not safe. Peter is fucking heaven. Peter heaven.
Knock on foreigners' doors and
offer them candy.
If you live in a community, Matt, I think you'll find that stuff gets
Do you know where Peters live? In communities. Peters live in communities.
Maddie knows that very well.
Yeah.
They gotta live somewhere.
Exactly, in your community, and then you get children coming to you, and all you have to do is give them candy.
Anyway,
Tell us about how you got sexually molested at Halloween. I'm excited.
and we were like trick or treat, and she was basically like, "What are you on about?" Like she had no idea
Didn't
what
understand
Halloween
that-
was. She didn't know. She'd never heard of it. So my brother like explained the concept of Halloween to her, and was like, "We say trick or treat, you give us sweets," and she was like, "Okay." Walked into a kitchen and came back with a full-size dairy milk bar.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. Matt, I feel like you just didn't get to celebrate the joy
The joy, huh?
the joy of Halloween.
The joy of going to a potential murderer's house.
Where the fuck did you grow up? Everyone's
in
a
South
murderer.
Africa, where we were cautious. We had to be. We grew up hard.
What happened
What do you mean? What happened?
to you?
I can't say that on the podcast legally.
Maddie, in the UK, do they have annual scares about people putting drugs in the candy?
I've never seen that.
I think it's only happened once that I know of in the
Once
States.
is too many times.
It was a dad poisoning his own kid.
Wow.
Every year, people are like, oh, they're gonna like give your kids pop brownies or put like fentanyl in the candy.
Oh, they're gonna put razor blades in the candy.
Yeah, and you're like, fentanyl and weed and all those drugs, those are expensive.
yeah.
And
No
no
one's
gonna
giving
just
that shit away for
giving
free.
them to your kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's the most mind-bogglingly, like, no, dude, no one's gonna do that.
Fear spread's done it.
Right. I know people who've done
Dude.
plenty of drugs and they've never given them to kids.
Yeah, drugs cost money.
Drugs cost money.
Kids aren't playing their own way.
No,
No.
yeah.
No.
Jews have mischief night the night before Halloween.
No.
Well, you go out and cause public property damage.
What a fucking surprise. What a surprise the English would
Yeah.
just fuck things up day.
Yeah.
Mizzy night, like honestly though, but like I would not want, now that I'm older, I would not want to go out on Mizzy night. Like you're getting an egg thrown at your head, you know what I mean? Like it's
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, Americans aren't that different. They like you do pranks and shit.
No, because again, people in America have fucking guns. You can't just throw eggs at someone. You never know. You just never know what's gonna
See,
happen.
you're missing out. Take away the guns and the fun will follow.
And then you can just assault people and scot free. Honestly, sounds a little scary.
Yeah, it sounds
Oh
terrible.
no, it is. Yeah, even fairly like well-behaved kids will do something. So you can
Yeah.
imagine what the mad kids are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay, so I changed my mind. Actually, I think that's the worst holiday.
Yeah.
If you're a psychopath, I can see that being your number one holiday.
Yeah.
The kids are very, very antisocial on mischief night. So what do you hate the most about Halloween?
Well, now it's mischief night. It's the fucking worst thing about Halloween.
So you're telling me that the worst thing about Halloween is something that you had never heard of until about 5 minutes ago, and that's now your main argument.
I'm open to new things.
You know, you're normally the best researched.
I know, but this is all gut. This is all feeling.
Why have you got a gut hatred for Halloween then?
Matt didn't get to celebrate it. Matt didn't. And Matt, it's like you're ripping on like Tet or like making songpyeon or whatever. Like you don't.
Yeah.
It's not yours.
Yeah.
The best part of Halloween is like the getting shit-faced part.
You know.
But the getting shit-faced part is also dangerous. Did you know? 9.3% of men and 6.6% of women reported that they have blacked out from drinking on Halloween. Blacked out. What? Well, don't make that face.
I mean, people black out drinking all the time. Why are you blaming it on Halloween?
Because it's an
It's a
excessive
personal
excuse.
choice. It's a personal choice to drink that much. You can't blame the holiday.
Yes, no, that is the thing. It's Halloween. We have to get shit-faced. It's the one night a year we can get this shit-faced.
Is
It's because
Yes.
people are having fun, bro. People are just having fun.
Some people take fun a little bit too far.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But
Some
that's-
people, that's 10% of men, take it too far. Do you know between 2015 and 2019, there were 126 people killed in drunk driving crashes on Halloween night?
How many people got killed in drunk driving crashes on other nights?
Probably the same, but especially though so on Halloween night though.
So what you're saying is that sometimes bad things happen on the day of Halloween.
I suppose that is what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes bad things happen.
Yeah, and it happens to be Halloween. I mean, coincidence? I think not.
Matty, is Mischief Day a UK-wide thing?
I don't know. I mean, I would imagine no one does it quite like Liverpool, to be honest. So what's the worst thing about Halloween other than the thing I just told you about that you've never even seen or experienced?
It's overrated. It's overrated. We celebrate nothing. It's shallow. It's meaningless. And we don't even get a day off for it. At least for Christmas, you get the day off.
Matt doesn't like people expressing themselves.
No.
Clearly.
No.
Yeah.
Or I want you to express yourselves more and don't use a fucking shallow holiday. Be a slut all the time. Dress how you want. Don't use Halloween as an excuse. If you want to dress like Superman every day, fucking do it.
Really?
Yeah.
You want grown men and women walking around dressed like superheroes?
It's silly, hey? That looks dumb on
No, I
Halloween
think
as
it's
well.
a wonderful celebration.
A celebration of what? A celebration of what?
Yeah.
What are you celebrating?
Of the human
Spirit?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
spirit. You know, yeah, a holiday. It's an excuse to be childlike again for some of us.
And maybe your childhood was shit, but I have some pretty fond memories
Yeah.
of growing up. And to hark back to that time,
Yeah,
it's nice.
Halloween was great.
Maybe I am just sorry that we didn't get it. And fuck Halloween for not existing in South Africa. Except when we got to like college or university and then we just drank.
Your problem is South Africa, not Halloween.
Seems like your problem is bigger than Halloween,
Yeah.
and you're using Halloween as a
Well,
scapegoat.
when we do an episode...
You love scapegoating, don't you?
When we have an episode about worst holiday, I'm not going to use South Africa as my problem.
My worst holiday is South Africa.
To choose something, dog. And yeah, it's overrated. It's overhyped. It's hyped up all year, and then it's often disappointing. Everyone's like, "Wow, what are you doing for Halloween? We're going to this sick party." Ooh,
Is it disappointing?
Oh, so now expectations are a valid argument for why a holiday sucks. Okay.
Yeah, but those expectations are about love. Love, the thing that makes the world go around, dog.
Love is good.
Love is good. Expectations to dress like an idiot, not so good.
People need to take the edge off sometimes, not take themselves so
Drink.
seriously.
You can drink. Just drink.
Oh, that's the answer, is it? The drinking was bad a few minutes ago.
Well, if you're going to drink, dress like an idiot. Do it all day, every day. Don't just do it one night a year.
If you're gonna drink, be a fully blown alcoholic.
Commit or
If you're
die.
gonna dress like Superman for Halloween, dress like Superman every fucking day of the
Dude,
year.
exactly. 100%. If
Lean
we're going to
into
express
it.
ourselves, commit.
If you could change Halloween, what would you change?
I would go back in time and have Halloween again.
In South Africa?
And then let me at least experience it so I can have a fucking...
I'm telling you, in school it was great.
It's a wonderful day.
Genuine fun.
Do you know what's good about Halloween?
what?
Which is different to our holidays? Halloween doesn't exclude anyone.
Halloween doesn't exclude anybody.
Except South Africans.
You exclude yourselves.
Yeah. We wanted to not take part in it because we fear for our safety. Yeah, okay.
Look, Halloween's also about fear, so really you could be doing it better than everybody else.
It's a holiday based around fear. That's healthy. Why don't we traumatize
Fear is a part of the human experience.
Survival
You know?
mechanism.
So what? We should just poke that survival mechanism just to check it's still working.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. You don't know what's around the corner.
The last time you were really afraid for your life, I bet you were more alive than you are right now.
Where does Halloween come from?
It comes from the cults.
The what?
The cult cults. The
Celts.
Oh, it's Celtic. It's pagan.
Yeah, he used it. He used the word correctly, and you didn't even.
I know, and I looked at you
Yeah.
longingly to acknowledge me that you taught me something.
Did you though? Because I heard a U.
No, he said Celts.
Celts.
He said
Celts. So it's an ancient Celtic festival called Samhain.
You said Celtic.
He can't please you, Matt. He tried to.
I
Please you.
tried to do it, and then now that I didn't do it, you give me a shit.
It was sad to watch, honestly. It was
It's an ancient festival somewhere in Europe.
that was like watching a puppet get kicked right there. You know.
It's where Ireland, UK, and Northern France celebrated New Year on November 1st, which was the end of the summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter. It's a time of year that was commonly associated with death, and the Celts believed that the boundary between the worlds of the living and dead became blurred, and ghosts would come to Earth, cause chaos.
If you'd
Sounds
like to hear that
fucking awesome.
again, just go to the first paragraph on Wikipedia.
It was actually
Yeah.
on BuzzFeed. You asked for history. I had history ready. I don't want to be like, I don't know.
When the boundaries of the dimensions, like, that's awesome, bro.
Isn't it?
That's so cool. Maddie, what's the best Halloween costume you or your friends have ever?
I saw the lad dressed up as Jimmy Savile. like the year it happened. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's maybe the scariest one.
God, yeah.
Because he's going to come for you. You know he's coming for you, dude.
If you say his name 3 times while you're looking in a mirror,
He'll be up your ass.
Thanks for listening. If you want to get in touch with us, you can contact us on Facebook or Instagram at Worst of the Worst Pod, or alternatively, shoot us an email at worstoftheworstpod@gmail.com. The best way to help us out is liking, subscribing on YouTube. We are going to have video content soon. Share the podcast with your friends. Share it on Facebook. Share it everywhere. Send us money. Send us lots of money. We'll put a bank account in the details. Send us money.
And John would like a child.
John would like a child.
I'd like a child too. Whatever you can spare, I'm happy with.
He's not fussy.
He's not fussy.
Yeah.
He'll even take the ginger ones.
I would kind of prefer the ginger ones, honestly.
Until next time.
Peace.
Peace out.